We're going to talk a little bit today about biofield tuning. What is it? What's the possible? What can we do with a tuning fork to help remedy your health? I've got to say that I've cleared PTSD in about 3 people. I've fixed the guy's knee over the internet where he was disabled, wasn't able to work. And after I cleared this problem in his knee, he was able to work. Another guy, his hand had this sharp shooting pain. And he went to the doctor many times over it and about it. And they couldn't do anything. I happened to run into him at a park one time and I told him what I was doing with the tuning forks. And it's pretty strange. I started working on his hand with the tuning fork, and see, someone's out there already. Hello, and and he saw a trident symbol, like a tattoo, appear on his hand for a short while as I was clearing the trauma. I think he'd been in a motorcycle accident and had hurt his hand, and anyway, cleared the problem. So many uh, really interesting things happen with these tuning forks, and I've just been really uh, curious about uh, sound therapy and what it could do for people's lives. It's and so Orange Gem, Orange Gem. Oh, hi! It's Kelsey, I think. Hello, Kelsey. Oh, let's see. And if anybody wants to jump in, and you've got a webcam or a microphone, I'm going to. How do I do this? Oh, I can paste it here, but I don't know if you guys can actually click on that link. Should work. But so some of the considerations about this, um, well, as a follow up to what Dr. Smith was talking about in the Love Your Liver live stream, I remember one of the things that he talked about was motion sickness. He went through 40 different um, 40 different testimonials about his procedures. Oh, not Kelsey. Okay, got it. Um, 40 different testimonials about how people have found unexpected benefits to reducing their vitamin A intake, reducing their copper intake, looking for deficiencies in their minerals, and then intelligently supplementing them. And uh, but one of them, somebody said that their motion sickness went down. Now, I spent many years with a girlfriend who had uh, this kind of motion sickness when she would go on a windy road, especially on the edge of a mountain, and it was like this huge kind of trauma and stuff. And one time I tried something just like out of the inspiration, whatever creativity. I came up with this idea to put magnets around her head. And so I fashioned it out of some tape and put them together, put the magnets, I think, north facing side inward. And she was able to drive down that mountain. It's like a 45-minute or an hour ride. And it's just curious to me what on earth was different about the magnetic field being there. Uh, an interesting thing that happened is right afterward, we took the magnet off, and then she became dizzy, and it lasted for an hour or so. It was one of the strange things that I've found in the whole woo side of things is that you can do something, you can do an energetic treatment and you can intend for it to play out on a person at a later time. Recordings of an energetic therapy can have the same effect that the actual performance does, and that you can do it over the internet. And not only does it affect one person, but it affects all the people that are listening, or that others, maybe who are empathic, can sense the interplay between the practitioner and the patient. So that's kind of cool. Well, all right. Well, we're down to 0 people watching. All right, so this is the tuning fork. Biofield tuning is about the interplay of the sound of the tuning fork with your body. And I think it has to do with light that emanates from your body, and it has a certain signature to it, that when it reflects back to your body knows that it came from itself. Not many people know sound has an extra component to it, of a plasma field. And I think what happens, one of Nikola Tesla's inventions was a plasma plate, and it would shield energy from coming to the other side of the plate. Well, the energetics of the I think it acts as a sort of a mirror, in that the biophotons that emanate from your body bounce off the tuning fork, come back to the body, and one becomes more aware of what that something about their body and about the life experience that they've had in this life or in a past life. And what varies is the distance from a person on the side of them. You might think of how a tree grows, and it leaves rings in the growth pattern of the log, if you're looking at a log on the side. And in the way the human biofield or the biofield of any living creature works, is that the most recent events that are recorded in the biofield are up close to the body, but the more distant ones, about 5 feet out, those are that's from the beginning, the birth of that organism's life. So you can play a tuning fork through this area on the side of a person from 5 feet out inward, and you'll find corresponding distortions in the way the tuning fork sounds. So I'll just now, just as a precautionary thing, this tuning effect may cause a bile dump. So if you're coming here from Dr. Smith's show, you know about what to do about that. If you need to charcoal up, or get some soluble fiber, ready, those would be good things. But I'm going to just we'll kind of work on, I think, the gallbladder, and I want to send this episode to someone who mentioned he just had his gallbladder removed. So we'll kind of focus on the whole, the liver area and so forth. Here we go. Let me see. I have to mount this at a certain place. So I use my hand to denote the measurements, and because we're using intention with our mind. You can just sit back and relax. I'm doing all that calculation work and the telemetry. So I started about 5 feet out. And I'm going to take the earphones out so I can hear the tuning fork better. 5 feet. So this would be, we're going through the very early stages in the womb and being a toddler. And I'm imagining actually 2 copies of you, one on the left and one on the right. And you're sitting facing me, but I'm moving you in closer to the tuning fork from 5 feet over there and from 5 feet over there. And each time I go around the circle, it's another foot closer. 5 feet, 4.5 feet. And we're listening for subtle changes in the sound of the tuning fork as we find 4 feet. And sometimes I feel like I do now in my fingertips, like the capillaries actually seem to respond to the distortion field that I feel there. And you might feel something as well right now. And if you do, it'd be like a tingling or funny kind of sensation in a different part of your body. It doesn't have to be where the liver is. And if you do feel it, mention it in the comments where you're feeling this. I hope everybody can hear this okay. Looks like it's coming through all right. So this was 4 feet. We're going down to 3.5 feet. Three feet. And one of the things I suspect is that, I was doing someone's liver one day this way, and we actually cleared her tinnitus. She started feeling tingling in her brain, so she mentioned that in the comments. And instead of targeting the liver, we went to the brain. And look, I've got tinnitus. I haven't cleared my own, but I did clear it for this woman. Pretty special. I've also cleared an endometriosis case where a woman had, inflammatory pain in the pelvis, and that's pretty cool because I didn't even know what endometriosis was. But yeah, cool. Keep on going. Let's go at 3 feet. These energetic distortions that we're going to find. 3 feet. I think maybe the reason that like some of the retinoic acid starts attacking a weak spot in the body. And yeah, 3 feet. 3.5. 3. Ooh. We're at about 2 feet and maybe 3 inches. No, 2 feet, maybe 2 inches, something like that. It's raining outside here. Anybody feeling anything? Let me see what I've got for comments here. At some point, my my other website will be back up again. It's at health.forgivenesscapital.com. 2 feet. One and a half feet. One. Hey, I'm going to send this link out to a friend who has gallbladder. All right, let's go 1.5 feet. 1 foot. Does anybody have another? What's the next part of the body we should work on? Because we're almost done with the liver and pancreas and that whole area there with the gallbladder. Now we'll do the next part. Well, we're going to do this part where you treat the fork as if it's an electromagnet, and we're going to capture all the biophotons that were stuck in the trauma of the field, and we're going to drag them back and bring them back to the chakra. So you hold on. When I get to the end, you'll take a deep breath. I'll tell you about that, and maybe about 4 or 5 deep breaths, and we'll guide your biophotons right back to your chakra. And then you'll want to watch your balance after all this, for a couple hours. Afterwards, you may feel a little different. So 5 feet. Click, drag, collect. 5 feet. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Release. Now the breaths. 2 more, 3 more deep breaths. Let's do that one more time. The whole thing. 5 feet. Click, drag, collect. 4, 3, 2. Release. Breathe. One more. Great. Now, what should we do next? We've got, let's do knees. All right. So I'm going to start maybe at 6 feet this time. Knees. 6 feet. 5 feet. 4 feet. 4 feet. 3. 3. 2. 2. So 1, and what I didn't say is to keep track of small intestine. All right. Is to keep track of where it is on the scale that you feel it. So, so you can give a shout out on that. And what I might do is change the scale. Instead of feet, we'll break the whole 6-foot range up into I think 20 equal parts would be good. So I'll say a number like that, and then if you feel something, just say, oh, it was around 19, or it was around 13 or something like that, right? So where were we? We were doing the knees. I'm going to finish up in feet because that's how we started on that. Feet. Let's do 3 feet. 3 feet. 2 feet. 2 feet. Back to 1 foot. I think I feel something in my knee. But it's strange because I'm holding the hockey puck with my knee. 2 feet. To 1 foot. 1 foot. I'm going to back up a little. Because I feel some resonance in my hand. Now, typically in a session, we spend maybe an hour on a specific part of the body, but we're just kind of getting a feel for it here. Now I'm going to go back and collect everything we might have dislodged. 6 feet. Click, drag, collect. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Release. Breathe. We're working on the knees here. I learned this from a lecture by Eileen McCusick, who invented the biofield tuning therapy approach using tuning forks. And she gave a lecture out in Mountain View, California. And I was there, and I was, like I said, I was interested in sound therapy. And wow, I'm glad I was interested. I paid for a couple friends to attend, and yeah, it really changed our lives in some profound ways. One of the things that can happen, though, is you can become more determined about speaking up for yourself. And this has some impact on relationships, right? If you put up with something from the other partner, you might be a little less likely to just let things slide. Like, you might be more inclined to speak up for yourself. This was a great. We'll get to the small intestine here really soon. Thank you for mentioning that. This one friend called me. I was in Acapulco, and she was in Puerto Rico, and she mentioned that she was traumatized because she saw a tarantula on the outside of her screen window, and she was all panicked. And I was like, you know what? There's something I can do that'll calm you down a lot, and it's just, playing a tuning fork. It has a powerful calming effect. The coherence of the sound is so rich and beautiful. And so there was that. And then I started doing the biofield tuning on her. And one of the areas I thought to do was her neck. And it was strange because early on in the biofield, like out around 5 feet, she started getting this choking and gagging response to what I was doing. And we pushed on through it. And oh, great news. Orangem says, felt some tingling and twitching in my left knee at around 1 to 2 feet. Great. We'll get back to that. But to finish up this story, she had this, gagging response, and it wasn't like she was really choking or anything, but she had been choked by her father when she was young, and this was clearing that out. And she told me later, and there's a testimonial on, at least there was on my website until my website's down. But she said she was much more able now to stand up for herself in negotiations where she, the impact of that kind of trauma impacted that for her. So let's go back to the 1 to 2 foot. We'll start at 2 feet maybe. On the knees, 2 feet. I'm going to back up a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell exactly where it happened. 2 feet. On the knees, I feel something here. It made me bounce a little bit. 2 feet. So this is about 1 foot and 9 inches. Is that about where you're feeling it? 1 foot 6 inches down here. I'm feeling some real squeaky feelings in my body when I pass through this area. It's really weird. And I don't know if it's my tendons are just doing that or if it's because of where I'm at in the field and the interplay, but we'll just keep going through there. So you felt some tingling and twitching. If you're just joining us, we're working on the knees, and I hope the sound is coming through okay. Does it sound distorted or anything? I'm going to try and relax my body more. All right. Just in case, we'll keep moving. Uh, 1 foot 3 inches. And 1 foot. The other thing I do with I've got this chime that I built. It's it's about it was 8 feet long, and I cut it down so it would resonate at a very specific frequency. And then I cut some holes in it to cut down some of the overtones. So this is tuned at 111 hertz. And I'd like to do some research on this. The 111 hertz tone has some effects of like shifting the brain over, I don't know, to the more artistic side. And the oracles at Delphi used to do their, trances and stuff, and they would predict the future, and I don't know, get messages from the gods or whatever. And they're probably on opioids too. But the interesting thing is that the 111 hertz tone is said to create beta endorphins that create opioids inside your body. And what they use to do this, the components are vitamin C and copper, some kind of copper ion. And so this might be a way, this might be part of the reason that sound healing works, is because it stimulates copper to be bound to vitamin C in some kind of opioid creation. And it's something that helps people deeply relax. I can send you, if you like, the sound file that I create of the 111 hertz tone. But there's that. Does anybody have some questions? Oh, I see there's a chat in there. The sound is coming through clearly. Oh, very good. Did we clear in the knee that thing? I guess we'll go to the small intestine now. And again, this might trigger a bile dump. Hopefully, you've got access to charcoal if you need it, and soluble fiber of some sort. Dr. Smith sells that Sun Fiber. Probably work pretty good for this. All right. And then do you have any inkling that this would be an effect from a past life? Because when we go with the range of 5 feet or 6 feet, that's I skipped a minute or two to catch up to the live view. It paused while I took a phone call a few minutes. Oh, right. Felt some sound is coming through clearly. I'm here. I'm just taking a moment. Trying to remember what I was saying. We'll work on. Oh, I was asking about past lives, and because we can go out further. I mean, I've gone like 120 feet away, and I've had someone feel the effects. This was in Acapulco. We had rented a huge auditorium for a conference, and and somebody, I had my walkie talkies there, and I thought I'm gonna test. Someone was interested, and I was doing the biofield tuning on her, and I said, "Hey, do you mind if I run way over there and see if you can feel it from there?" And sure enough, she could. And that's local. What we're doing over the internet is remote, and but I can size the distance between my tuning fork and where I'm imagining you are here with me. I basically just imagine a human form, and work on that as if it were here. Um, Again, I've got a. If you'd like to, if you've got a webcam and you'd like to join in the show, it's there in the comments, and I can bring you onto the screen and we can talk. But I'll just continue. We'll work on the small intestine, and just this lifetime, I'll start out at a measure of 20, and we'll move it in. Not sure if it's from past life or this current one. Okay, 20. Here we go. 19, 18, the small intestines. 18, 18, 17, 16, 16, 15, 15, 14. Felt something here. And my pinky's lighting up. 15, 14, 13. Oh, hello. Hi, Gwen.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
Let me put my
Thank
ear,
you.
or I won't hear you.
Okay.
Hi, Gwen.
Hello.
I hear you now. Very good. So we're working on like the small intestine. You said you felt something in your knee earlier.
Yeah, my knee's been kind of like if I sit with it bent for too long, it's been bothering me. So it was especially behind my kneecap was doing a lot of jumping around when you were working on that area.
Oh, cool. I'm going to imagine your knee is right here in front of me, and I'm going to actually smash the tuning fork in there, and that sometimes does a lot for a short-term effect. But what we were doing earlier is better for a long-term effect. I mean,
Okay.
creating it has more, doing it from the outside in the trauma field and stuff. We call it the biofield, but clearing that out has more of a long-term effect than what I'm about to do here. But sometimes it's just it's really profound to feel this. Let's see, in the knee. Okay. How was that?
Right at the end, it kind of started to sort of like pulse or throb, but I did feel it, the vibrations from the tuning fork, like going out through my feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Um, so I well, let's continue on the knees right here. And I'll go down from the knee down to the foot. Oh,
Mhm.
that was weird. I hit the fork, and it was as if the tuning fork came off the handle. That's how I perceived it anyway. Bring your feet up. Was it more in the toward the back of the foot or the front of the foot?
Like the ball on my feet.
Okay. Are your feet in pretty good shape or?
Um, for the most part, the arch on my left side is collapsed, but it doesn't, like, I don't have pain there. But if you're doing like a structural, um, if you're looking at it, you can see that it's collapsed on that side.
Oh, okay. We'll work on the small intestine area.
Okay.
And I'll do the distance 20 feet. or not feet, but 20 units. 19. I think we were doing this before. 18. 17. 17. 16. If you feel anything, let me know. 15.
Okay.
15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10.
'I do feel like some
9.
sort of, I don't, it's hard to describe, but there's some sensation in my abdomen, like a shifting.
Okay. So we're at about 10. So we'll go back to maybe 11. Or, yeah, 11. 10. 10. 9. Did you feel it through that time?
Yeah, well, I sort of felt something in the left lower back.
Okay. Great. Sometimes what I try to do with the camera is to be able to see your hand and then to have your hand like shake or something visibly so I can see if you're feeling a sensation. And then I'll know
Okay.
to back up at that spot and continue again.
Okay.
Go back out to 11. 10. 10. 9. 11.
I'm not noticing anything.
Great. That means we cleared it.
Yay.
9. 8. 7. 7. 6. Oh, I hit the wire of my earplugs. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, then we'll do that. We'll collect all of that, and then think about what you feel at the end when we're breathing, and then tell me afterward. 20. Click, drag, collect. 20, 19, 18. 17, release. Do that again. 20. Click, drag, collect. 20, 15, 10, 5, 0. Release. Breathe. Couple deep breaths. And exhale. Big inhales and exhale. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any thoughts about that?
So yeah, I mean, I felt a couple of quick things. Like I'm having issues on the whole left side of my body, and I felt like a quick sensation down in this area in my back that's been bothering me, but I know that it's all I had there's a I'm not sure. The meridian in traditional Chinese medicine is urinary bladder that goes up the back. But then I've been having issues with the small intestine meridian that goes down my arm, and it's all sort of connected myofascially. So I felt like a quick twinge through there was at one point, but I don't really know what's going on, so it's hard
Sure.
to track.
That's perfect though. Just explaining, something about the parts of the body that something happened. That's all I need to know. I'm going to work on
Mhm.
your left arm that you were showing me, and just see what we can do there from the shoulder. That's the weirdest thing. I've never felt. I mean, I've done this literally 1,000 times or so, and I've never felt the tuning fork respond that way. 1,000. I wonder if there is a point on your arm or a particular point on your body that might represent the meridian that you're referring to.
So small intestine 8, which is right here. They call well, I was diagnosed with golfer's elbow, but I don't play golf, so it's medial epicondylitis. and I found that this is small intestine 8 right here where I feel the issue.
Okay, I'll work on that. Let's see, 20 feet, or not feet, but 20 units representing 6
Mhm.
feet. 20, 19. I'm watching for your hands. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. I'm going to start over because I need to really focus on your elbow. 20, 19, 18, 17. I kind of felt something there. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Got something, huh?
Mhm.
You know what? I feel a pain in my left part of my neck.
Mm.
Like I gotta, all of a sudden, I gotta stretch it out. Um, and I've lost track where we were.
I think it was 13, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, we'll find it if you felt it that strong. So I'll go to 14 and we'll count back. 14, 13, 12, again 14, 13, 12. We'll go to 15, 15, 14, 13, 13, 12, 11, 10, 10. Okay, we're at 9.5. 9. Moving slowly. 9.5. Pull the earplugs out again. Nine. Let's see. We'll go 10 and work backward. 10. 9. 8.5. 8. 7.5. 7. 6.5. 6. 5.5. 5. 4. 3.5. 3. 2.5. 2. 1.5. 1. 0. All right, now I'll sweep it. 20. Click, drag, collect. 20. 15. 10. 5. 0. And release. Breathe. There we go. Let's do that one more time. 20. Click, drag, collect. 15. 10. 5. 0. Release. Breathing. There we go. Nice. You should probably sleep well tonight.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
So
So go ahead.
you came over from Dr. Smith's show?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, great. Great.
Yeah. I'm enrolled in a sound healing certification program that I have been definitely letting go on the back burner. So when you brought your tuning fork on, I was interested to see what your process was.
Right. There's I see different people do different things with it, and I haven't learned some of the other ones that I see people do, but I kind of made that up about, smashing it inside the morphogenic field. Well, one thing that I saw once, or that one of my patients saw, um, she um, she was sitting on a couch and her knee was having a problem. So I said, I wish I could smash this inside the knee. What I'm going to do is imagine your knee is over here and I'll smash it there. And she said when I did that, she could see this light, this beam of light between where I was imagining and her knee.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was something. Other people say, one guy said he saw what looked like a crystalline field, with like a crack in it and stuff. How they have fissures inside of a crystal, and that
Mm-hmm.
it would light up where the tuning fork was. It's kind of cool when you can find people
Wow.
who've got sensory gifts like that.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool. Well, thank
Yeah,
you very much.
I encourage you to keep on, and I'd love to hear what you learn about the sound therapy, the way they teach it. It just
Yeah,
seems to
totally.
be such a coherent thing, and it's powerful. And I think that the intention that you project while you're doing the sound, um, kind of carries on it, and it has, uh, like, in terms of, do you know what I mean when I say triangulation? Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah, they
pointing.
definitely emphasize, sorry, they emphasize the importance of the intention with the sessions for sure.
Nice. Um, cool. What's been one of your favorite takeaways from Dr. Smith's work?
So, um the whole thing is just fascinating to me. I honestly have been a little bit apprehensive to really go fully into it because I'm not trying to have a a detox response that's going to set me back because so I'm trying to cut back primarily on like the dairy and the cheese and the
Right.
all the sweet potatoes and carrots and all that kind of stuff. But I haven't, I've sort of just been watching from the sidelines, if you will, trying to gather information and I it's I'm yeah, I'm too deep into my like my own, I don't want to say illness. Like I wouldn't say that I'm ill, but there's just all these little things that keep cropping up and
Yeah.
I'm just not trying to I don't want to actually get um sick, but I don't know. So I just think the toxic bile paradigm is something about it just resonates and it makes so much sense. I just haven't been able to commit to the diet, like strictly the low vitamin A
Right.
diet.
Right.
So
I don't think anyone is real strict. I mean, I tried to be strict with it. I've been doing it for about 3 years, but um, I choose my battles. There's times when it's around Easter time and candy's been pushed around everywhere. So I mean, heck, I just had some milk duds before the show. um, but it's about to me, I find that the knowledge is so important and so fundamentally different uh, than the medical industry has been teaching us, um, that it really, it's important that this knowledge gets out there. And so I try to help Dr. Smith with with what I can. He's I don't know how to be particularly persuasive with the information to change minds, but um, I guess the big part is just developing the evidence, and we're definitely creating a huge body of evidence, and it's been kind of fun. We'll take an episode that he's done and all the links, and we'll throw that into AI and have it put together a paper on it and stuff. That wasn't easy to do in the beginning because AI didn't would choke on it.
yeah,
But
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I especially since I haven't like fully committed to doing the Love Your Liver program. I'll mention it to a friend here or there, but I'm not trying to, convert anybody because I don't have my own like lived experience to say.
yeah,
But it's definitely something that I've been following along with for a while. Um, and yeah, I just
Well,
gotta
I
commit
would
to
bet
it.
that you're probably not eating liver as much, or if you
No,
do,
no.
you know
Well,
to
no, it's
pass on the pate.
right. Yeah, for sure. Definitely no liver. It's crazy because also over the years, I had a naturopath that was um prescribing high doses of vitamin A as part of a viral protocol. So I've done high dose of vitamin A supplementation. At one point I was taking liver supplements. Um and yeah, like all the eat the rainbow stuff. And I want to say it was probably about 8 years ago now. I had a gallbladder attack and I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought, cuz I had started a new workout program and I thought I had pulled a muscle in my ribs.
Oh,
And it was so painful and it was like that for about 4 weeks until I saw my chiropractor, and
you mean
she told
it was a
me, she said,
continuous pain for 4 weeks?
yes, yeah, it hurt to breathe, it hurt to cough, sneeze, to sit up, to lay down, to roll over.
Wow.
There was a sharp pain there in my like under my right rib. And when I saw my chiropractor, she told me, she said, your gallbladder reflex points are on fire. And so she did a manual release of my gallbladder and told me, and I don't know how much this aligns with Love Your Liver, but she told me to go home and do like apple cider vinegar shots. And when I left her office, it was better. It was 2 days after I saw her, it was completely gone. And it was literally, I lived with this pain every minute of like almost 4 weeks. It wasn't quite 4 weeks, but it was almost. And I never, at that point, I wasn't even working with a primary care doctor because I have such a distrust for the conventional medicine. So I never had any labs done or anything to confirm or to see what was going on with my gallbladder. But yeah, so now I was having some abdominal pain in my lower right quadrant, lower, like lower than the gallbladder. And so I had some imaging done and they determined that I have fatty liver. And then but my labs are fine according to the conventional doctor. And they're like, "Oh, you're fine. Just eat a Mediterranean diet and it'll be fine." And I'm
Hmm.
just thinking to myself, I don't that doesn't make sense to me. Like I don't like that answer. Um so that's when I started looking more into the Love Your Liver program. And interestingly enough, so it's just so crazy because the stuff with the small intestine, I I have, like, I notice when I get sun exposure, the last, like, I would say for like 2 years now, this part of my forehead right here
Yeah.
gets really dark. And I looked it up in traditional Chinese medicine because they do facial mapping, and this part correlates with small intestine. And then I was having globus sensation. So what it feels like there's something stuck in your throat. That was going on for a while. And I put into the Love Your Liver, like the chat, or not the chat, but the forum, asking about the globus sensation and everything. And someone mentioned that they call it plum pit syndrome in traditional Chinese medicine, and there's a point on the elbow that they stimulate. And this was like a month or two into my flare up with the medial epicondylitis. So then that's when I looked, and that's when I learned that the meridian that goes straight through that point is small intestine. And I know from just the programs that I believe is it retinol that is synthesized in the small intestine. There's some process happens with the vitamin A in the small intestine. And so it's just I really don't I still don't know what to make of it all, but I know that there are all of these connections. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Let's. Are you up for trying a little more? We'll try like out a few lifetimes and see if you feel anything. Are you up for that?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I only have like 5 or 10 more minutes, but yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it quick. If you could put your
Thank you.
hands there, and I'll see it. And let's see.
Okay.
Let's do let's do like three lifetimes worth, and we'll do it the same 20 units. We'll cover that all. So 20,
Okay.
19, 18, 17, 16, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Then we're pretty much back in this floor. Okay. And then we'll sweep it. 20, click, drag, collect. 20, 15, 10, 5, 0, release, and breathe. Still vibrating a little bit. There you go. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope to hear back if you find it. I think I remember having some kind of thing on my elbow. I know I've got a scar there now. But when I was young, I remember having a sensation there. Never really thought about it
Yeah.
till you mentioned it.
Yeah, it's so interesting the way everything's connected. And so I'm a licensed massage therapist, so I am fully aware that there's overuse as a component. Um, but it's just, it all overlaps as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, very good. I'm glad
Well, thank
glad
you
we
so
could
much,
work together
Jerome.
on this. You're
I know,
welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
What do I call you?
I'm Gwen.
Gwen. Thank you, Gwen. I it's pretty nice. I haven't done this for a long time on a show, so it's kind of fun to get back into the swing of it.
Yeah, totally. Well, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
All right, Gwen. You take care. Bye.
You too. Bye.
So that was Gwen, and I guess if you'd like to, um, if you maybe felt something from this work, and you'd like to, you can play it back again uh, at the places where you felt it in the show, and until you don't feel it anymore, and then that's an indication that you've kind of dissolved the trauma. It's nice to use that sweep at the end and capture what you have unstuck, and bring that back so that it gets back into orbit around your body through the chakra. But very good. I've got to go. People are messaging me, and But thanks a bunch, and we'll see you guys around. I do see your messages, so do say hi. Goodbye for now.